Throughout history, certain warrior groups have left a much deadlier reputation than others. Their methods, armor, and weaponry may have differed, but they all shared a fearless spirit and an unwavering will to fight that left a huge mark in history. So, here are the most feared groups you would never want to come across on the battlefield. Number 1. The Vikings. The Vikings, a group of seafaring people who thrived from the 8th to the 11th centuries, hold a significant place in history as one of the most formidable and influential groups of their time. Originating from the northern regions of Europe, including Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, the Vikings left an indelible mark on the world for several reasons, including their martial prowess, advanced shipbuilding techniques, and their notorious surprise attacks on other civilizations. The Viking era commenced in the late 8th century when these intrepid explorers departed from their homelands in search of new territories. Their voyages stretched far and wide, taking them to distant lands such as North America and the Mediterranean. Their extensive trade networks extended to Eastern Europe and the Middle East, establishing them as formidable players on the world stage. However, what truly earned the Vikings their fearsome reputation was their unparalleled combat skills. They excelled in a variety of fighting techniques, including hand-to-hand combat, archery, and the use of weapons like axes, swords, and spears. Emphasizing bravery and honor, Viking warriors donned heavy armor, including helmets, chainmail, and shields, making them formidable adversaries on the battlefield. In addition to their combat prowess, the Vikings were master shipbuilders. Their longships and knarrs were renowned for their speed and adaptability, enabling them to navigate both open seas and shallow rivers. These ships facilitated swift raids on foreign territories, the establishment of colonies in distant lands, and the efficient transport of goods over long distances. Notorious for their brutal surprise attacks, known as Viking raids, the Vikings struck terror into the hearts of their victims. These raids were characterized by their suddenness and extreme violence. Coastal towns, monasteries, and cities fell prey to these marauders, who looted, pillaged, set fires, and took captives. The element of surprise and the Vikings' ability to swiftly escape made it exceedingly difficult for their targets to mount an effective defense. Undoubtedly, the Vikings stand as one of the most fearsome groups in history, and their reputation as a force to be reckoned with endures to this day. Number 2. The Sicilian Mafia. The Sicilian Mafia, a notorious criminal group, originated in the tumultuous mid-19th century in Sicily due to economic difficulties and political turmoil. Initially, it served as a protector and mediator for local people. While it began by resolving disputes over land and local conflicts, it quickly gained more influence. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, it had become powerful in local politics and law enforcement. A significant turning point in the Mafia's history occurred during the Prohibition era in the United States in the 1920s and 1930s. To expand their operations, they got involved in the illegal alcohol trade and worked with other organized crime groups. Key figures like Salvatore Maranzano and Charles Lucky Luciano played crucial roles in shaping the American Mafia, which had strong connections to the Sicilian Mafia. What sets the Sicilian Mafia apart from other criminal organizations is its strict adherence to the Omerta Code, which enforces unwavering loyalty and an absolute refusal to cooperate with law enforcement. This wall of silence has consistently blocked efforts to break the organization. Violence has been a significant part of their way of operating, including high-profile assassinations, bombings, and acts of terror aimed at eliminating rivals and instilling fear. Over time, the Mafia expanded its operations worldwide, engaging in drug trafficking, extortion, money laundering, and various other criminal activities. They formed connections with different criminal groups and corrupt officials globally, creating a vast network of crime. This extensive reach made it extremely difficult for law enforcement to combat effectively. These factors combined to make it one of the most feared and hard-to-catch criminal organizations in history, despite ongoing efforts to dismantle it. Number 3. The Mongol Empire. The Mongol Empire, which emerged in the 13th century, ranks among history's most powerful and expansive empires. Under the leadership of Genghis Khan and his successors, the Mongols united various nomadic tribes and became a formidable force. They are renowned for their exceptional cavalry skills, including the use of composite bows on horseback, and their military brilliance. One of their striking features was their military strategy. The Mongols were known for their swift and highly mobile horsemen who could cover great distances. The Mongols expanded rapidly, from China to Eastern Europe, thanks to a network of messengers and relay stations. The Mongols' notoriety stemmed not only from their military might, but also their ruthless tactics. They used psychological warfare and scorched earth policies, often inducing cities to surrender without a fight. Their empire, the Pax Mongolica, facilitated cultural exchanges and brought relative stability. Despite their brutal reputation, the Mongols were administratively innovative, tolerating diverse cultures and religions in conquered territories. Well, that is it for today. I hope you liked the video. Please consider subscribing, and see you in the next one.